girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Hoy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today we're going to talk about some really great stuff. We have a pretty neat video game to talk about that helps with my math, a book about honesty, my ball and score report, and we got a really great guest, like super duper awesome, Mr. Kenny Howard. He is a director and producer of plays and even won a Tony Award. He currently works with the Florida Theatrical Association. Thank you, Kenny, for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We are going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be a fun one.
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is Prodigy. This is a great game that helps me stay sharp with my math skills, and it is loads of fun. This is web-based video game that works in any browser. That means it works on cell phones and any device that has an internet browser. So what I like about this game is that you get to fight bad guys and travel up the Dark Tower. There are quests to do and locations to go to. Each time you fight a bad guy, it asks you some math questions, and if you get the answer right, the attack does max damage to the enemy. If you get the answer wrong, then it misses. I like the supernova skill the best. I'm in battles most of the time. In fact, I've only lost one battle so far. This game is free to play, but you can get a slight advantage if you pay for a membership. It took me 2 weeks to get my dad to agree for the membership. But when I hit level 28, he went ahead and paid for it. And now that unlocked pets and really cool stuff too. This is also really cool at school because we can work with your friends at school and fight titans. These battles are really hard and loads of fun. This is a great to compare scores and levels of your friends to see how good you are at math. My friend Ryan is like level 87 and he's in my class. I am currently level 49 and climbing higher every day. I give Prodigy 10 out of 10 stars. I can't find anything I don't like about this game, and I think everyone that wants to get better in math should play it. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com.
And now we're all ready for the book of the week.
The Life and Times of Lily Lash, Ocean Commotion. This book was written by Julie Wonk. Let me read you the back of the book. In fact, Kenny, would you do the honor?
Absolutely. In Book 3 of the series, Ocean Commotion, Lily the Lash finds herself in the town of Rock and Reef, where the mysterious disappearance of store items leaves an entire community in distress and a young octopus pursuing the merits of honesty. Lily, only ever seen by the reader, sends in a cool and caring shrimp to help the octopus realize the effects of her actions, prompting her to stand tall, accept responsibility, and set things straight.
So the story's about Lily the Lash. She's an eyelash that sees everything that goes on around her. She tries to help others see things that will help them on their journey of life. This time she sees Echo. She's an octopus that was taking things that did not belong to her. She did not think it would make a difference to take something from the store when there were so many items available. She enjoyed the excitement of not getting caught and having the stuff she had taken, but the entire town was trying to solve the problem, and many were unhappy with what was going on. Lily shows Echo how others felt when something was taken from them, and a friend told her the pain he felt when his watch was taken. Echo admits her faults and asks for forgiveness, and offers to do chores and help out around town to make up for the pain she caused. I think all second graders should read this book. This book talks about being honest and admitting your mistakes. My mom and dad worked with me always to be honest, and that I can tell them anything. Honesty is a big part of integrity, which is a very important part of having a heart of a lion. I did not like that someone was stealing, but I did like that she gave the stuff back and asked for forgiveness. This is a cool book because it is part of a 15-book series. I give this book 9 out of 10 stars, and I hope to have book 4 ready for you next week on the Tiberius Show. Now it's time for the interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is the one, the only, Mr. Kenny Howard. Kenny's a 5-time Tony Award nominee and 1-time award winner for producing the Gershwins, Porgy and Bess. My dad loves that opera. Is it an opera?
It is an opera.
A play. He's also the educational director of the Florida Theatrical Association and the president on the board of the Orlando International French Festival. In fact, my dad showed me a list of shows you produced and directed, and well, it's a lot of stuff.
Yes, it is.
So first off, how are you doing today, Mr. Kenny?
I'm doing really well. I had a great lunch. I know that you haven't eaten yet, but I have. Maybe we'll fix that for you in a little bit. But yeah, no, it's been a great day. What a great way to end it, being here with you.
So my dad told me all these things you did. Some was producing and some was directing. What is the difference between producing and directing?
So, in theater, producing is finding the material, hiring everyone from creative to the actors to the designers, working with the director, but then the director actually works directly for the production, staging the actors, helping with the lighting design, the sound design, costumes, and putting it all together and presenting the show for the producer. Producer's the boss.
Which do you like better, producing or directing?
I enjoy directing more. I started producing just because I needed to. I wanted to direct things, so I started producing my own stuff, and then fell into it in a much larger, grander scale. But I definitely enjoy the artistic outlet that directing provides.
So my mom made a really big deal about the Tony Award. What is a Tony Award, and how did you earn one?
So the Tony Award is from the Drama League, and it is it's voted on. They have members, and they vote on it every year. And there's a big award show. You may have seen it on television. It's like every June, and they honor like best musical, best plays, best actors and actresses. It's kind of like the Academy Awards for theater. And I, like you said, I won one for producing Porgy and Bess. I was one of the producing members on that production, and Audra McDonald and Norm Lewis were in it, and Audra McDonald went on to win the Tony as well, and it was just it was a really exciting time.
Did you get to keep it? Can I see it?
Yes, I did get to keep it, and you want to know? I mean, funny enough, you actually buy it. Let me just be clear about that. So, So, yes, I bought it. I have it. It's on my mantle. You can absolutely see it, just not today because I didn't bring it, although I absolutely thought about it, and now I wish I had. But next time.
My mom and dad love plays. I've been to a few with them. What's your favorite play to work on?
Well, Porgy and Bess because I got the Tony. I've been very fortunate to be able to choose a lot of the shows that I want to do. So I feel that, and I'm also one of those people that I don't necessarily put all my weight behind musicals or put all my weight behind dramas or comedies. I like to, keep my interests. I like to keep myself interested by kind of playing in all of those arenas. So I really don't have favorites. I have some not so favorites, but we're really not going to talk about that, Tiberius.
So, what is the difference between a play and an opera?
That's an interesting question because I found that you didn't use the word musical. You said play and opera. And so if I put musical in the mix too, a play is completely spoken. A musical is mostly spoken. And well, there's music and there's spoken. And then opera is sung all the way through. So that's the main difference. And opera, there's rock operas like Jesus Christ Superstar. Rent is also a rock opera.
That is my dad's favorite play.
See, so he likes opera, like both rock and Porgy and Bess, which is definitely not a rock opera. And funny enough, just stopping on what makes Porgy and Bess interesting is that the original opera was 4.5 hours long. Yeah, exactly. That's what most of the audience members, I don't know if you can see his face, but his eyes went in the back of his head.
Oh.
And that's what most of the audience members, and it didn't get produced very much. And so the producers are actually the estate of the people who wrote it. It wasn't getting produced anymore. And so what they did is they actually asked the estate, or the estate asked the producers to cut it down, and they hired someone to actually write a book, which is just about, really, they only wrote about 20 sentences, maybe a little bit more, but it's Susan Laurie Parks. She did, and they cut it down to 2.5 hours, and they cut out a lot of the subplots and, just kind of made it very palatable for today's audience, and that's what was mounted, and that's why it's called the Gershwin's Porgy and Bess instead of Porgy and Bess, because licensing-wise, if you license Porgy and Bess, you get the special 4.5 hour version, but if you get the Gershwin's Porgy and Bess, you get the 2.5 hour version, including intermission. That was a really long answer to your question. Are you still awake?
Yes. I see that you are the educational director of the Florida Theatrical Association. What does that mean?
Well, I'm still working on that. It's been 5 years. And so one of the main goals of Florida Theatrical Association is to provide an outlet for education for theatrical endeavors for the youth in the kind of the markets that Broadway across America and that the Broadway series of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando kind of feed into. And so we're very fortunate that we're very well funded in being able to give grants and scholarships and support local theatrical endeavors for summer camps. And so, a lot of it is doing that kind of work, and then also workshops, speaking engagements, going around to different schools for the district thespian conferences, and that's the majority of it. It's definitely an outreach program job.
So what is the best part of that job?
There's a lot of really good parts to that job.
We can say.
So, a lot of it is, for me, I've been in Orlando since 94. And being involved in the community, especially in like the theatrical community of high school, and now even junior high, because junior high schools now have a thespian conference as well, to see kind of the community, the children of the community kind of grow up. There's so many kids that I knew back in the day, now we're seeing them either on Broadway, or we know that, they're coming back, and they're, they've got all these stories of what they've been doing, and they bring that back to the community, and the community is just growing more and more because of the youth growing up and kind of feeding back into the community.
My teacher says I would use math every day. Do you use math as an educational director?
I use a calculator.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So I do my own budgets. You need to learn Excel. You need to learn all those really fun things, and like the spreadsheet, the program. So I do use math. I'm not good at it, as I mentioned earlier off the microphone. It's not my favorite subject. So
Math is my favorite subject.
yeah. Well, that's good.
Everybody knows
I mean, there has to be mathematicians in the world because there are jobs that require a lot of math and for very, very good reasons. Theater is just not one of them.
What would you tell my listeners to do if they wanted to join the theater and be in a play?
I would say audition, read a lot, read out loud, find your voice, that literally and figuratively, and just, you just have to get out there and I started, directing kids that I was babysitting when I was like 9 years old, and it just kept going and going, and I would try out for any show that I possibly could, and it just kind of all went from there. So I would definitely say read and audition.
Do you play video games?
I do. Right now, it's on my phone, but I'm kind of hooked. Jurassic World Alive. It's kind of...
How about books? What is your favorite book that have you ever read?
My favorite book that I've ever read? I'm trying to think of, educational books. My favorite book is Under the Banner of Heaven, which is... I don't even remember the author's name right now because you've kind of rattled me just a little bit with that question and me coming up with an answer, but it's a really good book.
Top four?
See, I should have asked that question. Absolutely. You absolutely can tell me your top four.
It all starts with I Am. The first book is I Am Amelia Earhart, and I Am Rosa Parks, and I Am Jackie Rose.
That's kind of fantastic. Is there only 4 in the series, or is there more of them? Do you know how many are in the series?
I do not know.
Who's the author?
Brad something.
Brad something. I think, that's enough information. We can find it.
Okay. If my listeners wanted to help the Florida Theatrical Association, what would you tell them to do?
Well, you can visit our website at floridatheatrical.org, and
you can also visit my website too.
To help Florida Theatrical Association.
It's called thetiberiusshow.com.
Okay. Now that we got all the plugs in, but no, you can go there. I mean, we obviously have through the subscription campaign, we have an education box that you can check and donate when you buy your season tickets for Broadway series. So that's one way, but I mean, you can send us money. It goes all to education, right back to the students. So you can get all that information at our website.
Well, I am in 2nd grade.
Yes.
I am. Well, that has been so awesome. Thank you so much for being my special guest. Can you stay on and help with math forms?
If you want me to, I'll do my best. Sure. You'll probably teach me a thing or two.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com. Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report.
are 86, 129, and 93. I went to Skylines on Saturday and I played with Vanessa, Mia, and MJ. I won the highest game and got second place when you add all the scores together. MJ got first place and he did amazing. It was a lot of fun. I like playing around in the arcade after the game. If you want to go bowling, be sure to join me Saturdays at AMF Skylines on OBT at 10 a.m. in the morning, bruh.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Thank you, Kenny, for helping me with Math Corners. Today we are talking about multiplying by 5 in your head. Last week we did multiplying by 4, and this time we are going to multiply by 5. So first off, you have to determine if the number you are multiplying is an odd number or an even number. If you are multiplying by 5 and an even number, then the answer will be easy. Just divide the number by 2 and add a 0 to the ones place. So to get the answer 5 times 6, you take the 6 and divide it by 2 and you get 3. Now add a 0 and you get the answer 30. Now if the number you are multiplying is odd, then first you have to subtract 1 from it before you divide it by 2. After you get the answer, instead of adding a 0, you add a 5 instead. So to get the answer 5 times 7, you take the 7 and subtract 1 to get 6. And then divide it by 2 and you get 3. And now add a 5 and then you get the answer 35. This is great for bigger numbers like 120 times 5. Here you take the 120 and divide it by 2, which is 60, and then add a 0, giving you the answer 600.
Okay.
So Kenny, now do you know how to multiply by 5 in your head?
Sure. No, not at all. I mean, I understand what you've just said. I'm just processing. I'm really reaching for my calculator.
Well, you can get out your calculator.
No, because you'll be faster, and then it'll even be more embarrassing.
So maybe I might ask you some questions like 200 times 5.
You're going to ask me questions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And maybe you might ask me some questions.
I like that.
I know it.
Okay, I know you know it.
It's 1,000.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What is 1,000 times 5?
5,000. Keep those going.
Now you ask me a question.
Okay, what is 220 times 5?
1,100.
Yes.
Well, how I got there, it's like the same thing as I just said, but somehow I did it differently. So I'll give you an easy one, okay?
Okay.
What is 60 times 5?
60 times 5 is 300. Okay.
That was pretty easy.
Yes, it was. I keep those coming. Just keep those. No,
what
now here.
is
Oh, more.
507 times 5.
Oh, let's see. 35. Wait, 507? No, wait, what was it?
I really know the answer.
It was 507 times 5?
Mhm.
Okay.
I know it.
I know. You made that very clear. You want to tell me?
Yeah, of course. I
Okay,
know you.
good. Tell me.
It
2,035?
2,535.
Ah, see. That's great. And I was doing it the old way, so yours is...
Well, I didn't do it the same way.
No, I'm still processing that way. It's going to take me some practice.
Thank you so much for helping me with Math Corners.
See? You're welcome. Thank you for teaching me that.
And now it's time for Heart of a Lion. We at the Tiberius Show like living with the heart of a lion. Living with the heart of a lion stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility. We asked Dr. Ferret exactly what that means.
Leadership is really about influence. Leadership is, and the way we define it as good leadership, is about setting the right example and encouraging other people to do the right thing. Integrity is about doing right no matter what. Through life, there are a lot of different circumstances that arise, and integrity, someone who shows integrity, it doesn't matter what all the external things are, they always choose to do what is right. Obedience is about obeying those who are in authority over you, whether that's a teacher, a boss, a parent, that when you are asked to do something, that you respond with obedience, quickly and completely. Nobility is about having respect. It's about carrying yourself with respect and showing respect to others. When you put these four things together, that's Lion Strong.
This week we are going to talk about integrity. Integrity is doing what is right even when no one else is looking. You know, when someone has integrity, when you notice the qualities of honesty, sincerity, trustworthiness, and fairness. Someone with integrity will play and work fairly with others. They can be trusted with tasks and responsibilities. They exhibit patience with a good attitude and admit their mistakes and extend forgiveness for those who make mistakes. I use integrity with all my games. I'm always fair and never cheat in games when no one is around. I can be trusted to do what I'm told even when no one is around. Well, most of the time. Just don't leave me in a room with a bowl of candy and tell me not to eat it. Because I will.
Me too. Yeah, when it comes to eating candy, absolutely. Just not math, apparently.
Mr. Kenny, did you see or use integrity to speak at all?
Well, don't make it sound like it's a hopeless question. Yeah. Yes, I absolutely. I mean, I think, for instance, well, first of all, my sign is a Leo, so I am a lion. So we can start there. Integrity, I mean, I think that is right, exactly. So you pretty much described me to a T there. So, sorry, table. I mean, I definitely believe that the theater it's one of the disciplines in theater is integrity, because it is a collaborative effort. So you're putting your trust in, all components, and everyone is kind of trusting that every other person is going to bring that together, and it only works if there is integrity and working kind of selflessly towards a common goal. And I think that that's definitely something that drew me to theater and has kind of permeated into my normal everyday life.
And that's also, folks. I would like Mr. Kenny Howard with the Florida Theatrical Association for being my special guest this week.
Thank you for having me on your show. I can't wait to listen to it, and thank you for the math lesson.
Okay, and be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Bowl.
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer, Joseph Boyd. Production editor, Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager, Danny Boyd. Broadcast associate, James Smith. And your program host, Tiberius Boyd. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018. Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810.